Disclaimer. Hey everyone, just a quick heads up before we get started. I want to let you know I'm completely transparent. This channel shares my personal trading journey and insights, including discussions of significant gains. Please remember, past performance is not a guarantee of future success, and all trading involves substantial risk. This content is for informational and entertainment purposes only, not financial advice. Please always do your own research and consult with a professional financial advisor before making any trading decisions. I am not responsible for any actions taken based on the information provided in this video. Use this information at your own risk. This is the $8 challenge. Thanks so much for coming by. Today is episode 3, and I am very happy to say I walked away green today. It was a bit of a challenge. I made 3 trades, all same day till expire, minus 16, minus 14, and the last trade of the day, plus 57. So recovered those losses. I brought the account from down 8% on the day to finishing up plus 7. So nothing crazy, base hits add up. And needless to say, grateful for green today after that. So please leave a like down below. I greatly appreciate it. It really helps out the algorithm. And if you're new here, please subscribe if you enjoy it. Without further ado, let's dive right in. Here we go, looking at the 15-minute chart. And you can see today was, a little choppy in the morning. And we finally got that breakout later on in the last hour or so of the day. In really the last 15 minutes, we got this gap fill right here, and that's what I was watching for all day, was kind of that gap to fill. We made that attempt early on in the day, didn't quite get it, but then of course last 15 minutes ended up getting it. I kind of expected that to happen, or at least I slightly anticipated it. Yesterday we had a little bit of a pop at the last 5 minutes of the day or so I was kind of watching for that. Considering how choppy it had been all day, and we're just kind of in this slow uptrend. So sometimes what you'll see is just kind of a slow uptrend and then finally just an explosion. So if you're patient and you wait for the right moment, you can really catch the bottom of that and just ride that rocket to the moon, really. But I was watching for this gap to fill, and I didn't catch any of it on this options account, but I did trade it with the futures account. So really happy I was patient and that all played off. Zooming in here on the 1 minute chart so you can see how the trades went today. Now you can see here the first trade of the day, I got in and out pretty quick. I got in at 10:07, out at 10:16. You can see there on the yellow arrows, and I was looking for that continuation downwards, but we did not get it. I thought maybe we can get a pullback. Let me zoom out a little bit here. I was looking for that pullback and possibly that gap fill in this area, and it's not technically like a perfect gap fill, but what you'll see when there is gaps like this is you'll see some good volatility in that range. So you can see it kind of broke right above it, and it's sitting on that shelf right there. If you draw that line across, you can see all the volume above that, and once we break below this area right here, that's when I expect a strong move downward. And then same goes for the upside. This wasn't technically the gap fill because it already filled right here, well, at least except for the last 20 cents or so, I believe. But what you'll see when there's a gap is just strong moves up and down in that range, and just really good price action. So just the tip of the day. I know I've said that before, but a lot of you guys are new, so thanks for coming by. I greatly appreciate all of you. Anyways, moving on to trade number 2. I got in at 10:44, and back to the 1 minute chart here. This was in the orange arrows, and you can see I took a call on this position, and I was looking for that move to the upside and just did not get it. I made one attempt and attempted again and made a higher high and then another higher high and just got stomped out and rejected. So I cut losses pretty quick on there. I didn't want to ride it out and see what would happen. With same day expiration, it's better to cut your losses and just get back in, even if it's the same contract, because there's always a great chance of that thing just dropping, and then it's gonna have to rip for it to really move on you. The further you play out from the strike price, the harder it is gonna be to make money. So that is very important trading those same day expirations. Looking at the options chart, I think this was only 3 away from the strike, but still, on slow choppy days like that, it can go from $7 or $8 to $2 or $3 really quick once it starts to come to the end of the day. So as the day progresses, it gets riskier and riskier, so just be careful. Trade number 3, this one was beautiful. Waited for that breakout finally. So this was the move I was looking for on that second trade. Didn't get it, got stopped out. And so I was waiting for that move again, and I got that set up. I got in right there at 11:54. on the purple arrow, and then I end up taking profits right there just a little bit early. I think the contract actually ran to 13. Well, let's just look. So you can see it actually ran to 16, so I could have taken profits at 15 if I timed it out perfectly. So left a little money on the table, but better to leave it on than off. That is for sure. So that is about all I have for the day. And let's take a look at the account. Up 7%, so base hits adding up here. The account is up 194% from the start, so cannot complain about that. Sometimes it can get a little frustrating on small days like the last two, especially compared to the first. It's just not as exciting, but those days are so important, and it's so important on choppy days not to overtrade, because you can blow your account up so easily. So not making those dumb decisions on days like today are so important, and just waiting for that right setup. So cut losses quick and move on. But anyways, that's all I have for the day. I'm about to film the futures video. It is kind of crazy filming 2 videos and then dropping them both on the same day. I wish there was a way to stagger them out a little better, but I don't know. If you guys have any suggestions, I'm open to your guys' thoughts, because I know it's a lot to watch 2 videos every single day, or even just a couple times a week, because I don't try to make the futures videos every day, but at the same time I do. So I'm always striving to push myself further, and whether it's in trading or just creativity or YouTube or whatever it is, just in life. But anyways, now I'm rambling. That's all I have. Hope you stay happy and healthy. I'll see you tomorrow.